Let's now bring in Ganief Hendricks, who is the leader for Jama-ah, for some reaction on this. Thank you for making time for us, Ganief. Let's start with this complaint that you have reportedly laid. Can you confirm if there has been an official complaint to the IEC, and what exactly are you alleging that these DA representatives have done?
Thank you very much. You have some background noise, so now and then I can't hear you, but I can hear you now. Yes, Jama-ah has lodged a complaint in writing to the person in charge of the Western Cape. We have now received a letter from Mr. Hendricks. He's not Hendricks, he's Hendricks. He is the chief IEC person, and we have forwarded that letter to your producer, where he has warned the DA to stop sabotaging the voter registration process. In the letter, he says that it is a mandate of the IEC to do voter registration, and it is forbidden to register voters online during this weekend, and more so at the voting station. So what has been happening is that on the way to the voting station entrance, DA members have been confronting voters and taking them to their table and asking them all the details that are necessary to register them. And then they ask them, are you going to vote for us? And some of them say yes. And the evidence that we have on paper is that most of them say yes. But there are some people who did say no, so they are very worried that the DA won't submit their registration details, because after they've been to the DA table, they are sent out of the voting station, and they are not encouraged to go and register inside the voting station. So those voters who managed to go into the voting station, and this is happening at 4 voting stations where we did oversight, and one of the voting stations, the mayor stands outside the door, and when people come out, he asks them, are you going to vote for the DA? So people feel very intimidated, and that's why our MPL, Maulana Khalil Brimcase, he engaged with the IEC on an urgent basis, and I wrote a formal letter of complaint, and I'd like to thank the IEC for their swift response in that they have now warned all political parties not to do online registration at the voting stations. Okay. They say that one of the problems is that they are very keen that people register in the right voting stations, in the right districts in terms of their address. The DA is not competent to make such decisions, and they are very worried that the DA will put people in voting stations where we are date and fur, and not in the voting stations where the people live. So we've seen DA tables leaving. I don't know whether the police have asked them to leave the voting stations, or the IEC have asked them to leave, but we have also lodged criminal charges against the DA for trying to sabotage the voter registration weekend. That is not in the interest of democracy.
Okay. What are you doing this weekend as Jama-ah to encourage more and more people to register?
Well, 5 months ago, we appointed 200 voting station officers. We can't be at every voting station, so obviously those voting stations where our constituency lives and where we have been trying to build constituencies, most of them have been our staffers, and some of them are on stipend, and some of them are volunteers, all in preparation for this voter registration weekend. So they have been going door to door for the last 5-6 months, and today many of them are at the voting stations, not to interfere with the voting registration process. We don't have laptops there, but to do oversight. And I'm very happy that they have been vigilant, and they've discovered the attempt to sabotage voter registration, because the IEC has done a great job. Now, in all the other provinces, we have tables in terms of what is allowed. We are not making a noise. we are not intimidating voters. We are allowing them to proceed directly into the voting station. And there has been a few who has come to our tables asking questions because they feel comfortable to engage with Al Jama-ah. And we have just told them, you've got your ID, you have proof of address, and please make sure that they put you in the right voting station so that you know where to go to. So we haven't had many people coming to our tables, but a friendly smile gives them comfort that there are political parties, there are other political parties, members who also come, they also feel comfortable that political parties are there. But this is, the 2 days belongs to the IEC. We as political parties mustn't interfere in their process, and we very thank you for the IEC that they're creating enough hype, and that after Sunday, Monday, we can vigorously go door to door, and we can then register voters. Who the voters vote for is not our concern at the moment. When the election date is announced, yes, then we're going to go out vigorously and tell people that please vote so that Honorable Hendricks can become the next president of South Africa.
All right, Ganief Hendricks, leader of Al Jama-ah, thank you.